kind of what has been the, I don't know, the thought, or what have you done in the last week to try to mend fences with your teammate?
Well, I mean, about the fine, I think is what it is. I've been trying to work on myself mostly during the week, try to clear my mind and reset. About my team, we're good. I think that the issue wasn't really with one driver. I feel like it's more as an industry. How we are allowing to have those kind of bump and run kind of restarts at the end of races in road course stuff. I don't think that's right. And unfortunately, I've been affected already twice. Both times running the top 5, and that's the frustrating part for me, because we always run well in road course racing, and then we get taken out by dumb driving from no one driver but a lot of drivers. So it's something that NASCAR is working hard to trying to figure it out, and hopefully they can come into a solution.
So what's the solution?
I don't really know. I don't have the answer to that. All I know is that NASCAR is working towards trying to make a better solution for some of these restarts, because it doesn't look right. The sport looks embarrassing, in my mind and in the mind of many people. That's not real. You just go into the corner and bump 3 cars to push people out of the way. That's not real, and we know that. But they do it because they know that that's how some people got top 5s and top 10s last week. And some of the guys that were fast, like myself, we finished 27. So if NASCAR does something about it, that's amazing. And if they don't, I just join the party and I drive them into some of those restarts as well, because that's the way that it just pays off better than being clean.
When you left the track on Sunday, were you expecting a fine or something for having hit the other car on pit road?
No, I was not expecting that, just because we were running. I mean, based on SMT and based on the stuff I saw, we're running below 20 miles per hour. I mean, it was very, very slow. And also the 48 car, he was brake checking me. So, we're not going quick. There was one official there, and that was wrong. I was not expecting anything. But this is what it is. NASCAR wants to send a message, and it's okay. I'm okay with that. It's not right what I did. But I don't think that nothing else was going to happen. I wasn't going to kill somebody like a lot of people thought I was going to. But it's what it is. I'm already moving from that.
There's no rule that says teammates have to be best friends. So how do you work through something like that, and where do you stand with Ross after last week?
Yeah, listen, Ross and I, we have worked very well for a while, and maybe good for him. He was able to realize that the bump and run on things works better on these road course races, and I've been trying to play as a good, aggressive, clean driver, but it's just not working for me in some of these races. Not every road course is like this, like Watkins Glen and Sonoma. All these places are not like this. We're talking about COTA, Indianapolis, and coming up Chicago. Chicago is going to be the same thing if we don't do anything about it. So, we're good. We just have to adjust and see what happens.
What kind of things are you in favor for to help fix some of these issues? Single file restarts, less overtimes. I mean, what is it?
I don't think single file restart. I think single file restart will fix it, but we are in a sport that is big into entertainment, and I don't think single file restarts are gonna make very fun restarts. But if that's not an option, that I doubt that NASCAR is gonna allow that. If we can have the restart in 2 corners before, like let's say for COTA, for example, if we can have a restart in corner 19, that would be perfect, because by the time that we get into the funnel, that is corner number 1, everyone is a little more spread out, and there is still chances of wrecking, and there is still chances of bumping and running, but the chance is way less. It's way less. Instead of pushing 5 cars into corner 1 to move 5 cars out of the way, you may push 1 if you get lucky. So that's just my opinion. I don't know what NASCAR is going to do. We're working towards that. I had a long conversation with NASCAR on this topic during the week, and we see what happens.
Do you think it would help even with unlimited overtime attempts?
Yeah, but I think the overtime it has to be consistent. On every track is like that, and in my opinion, that should stay.
Did Justin kind of bring you and Ross together, or can you two just work it out on your own?
We just work it out by our own. I mean, we know what we did. We know, it's not the first time we've been in this position, but and probably won't be the last one. That's part of racing. Both cars, in the consistent basis, we're running the top 5, and we're gonna have situations like this. Sometimes I'm gonna be unhappy with him, sometimes he's gonna be unhappy with me. So it's part of racing. It's nothing. I don't see it as a big deal when it comes to Trackhouse. There is no story there. I think the big picture is a problem. Why are we doing as a 40 driver group that is not right? And hopefully we can fix that. And like I said, if we don't fix it, the group of drivers that are not doing this kind of thing, you're just gonna join the party, and we're gonna make this embarrassing circus even bigger.
The single file restart, while there's the benefit that you explained, I think back to last weekend, it protects you potentially from being wrecked, but it also puts you 4th in line, so it makes it harder for you to have a chance to go for the win because you're further back from the leader. Is that still a better balance in the sense of potential not being wrecked and finishing 27th as opposed to not having as good of a chance to have a shot at the leader?
The thing is that if I'm running 4th, for me to get the leader, for me to pass the leader in corner 1, it's gonna take 2 things. One, either the leader to make a big mistake, or me to bump him out of the way. And I can bumping and touching and hitting a little bit is okay, that's racing. But bumping, like wrecking somebody out of the way in a corner that is, I don't know, 30, 40 miles per hour, that's not okay. And that's never been my style. I hope I have not to go there. But like I said, if NASCAR doesn't adjust those things, I'm gonna adjust. I know already I'm gonna adjust, and we see. I hope that we don't have to go to single file restart because I think it's gonna be, like you mentioned, a little challenging. But I think that there is ways that we can do things to have double file restart and have a cleaner corner 1 in COTA, Chicago coming up, and Indianapolis.
Well, this seems to be building is because I think back to the Clash, and everybody basically just went barreling into the corners and just used the car in front of them to brake because these cars are so strong. So everybody's learning and adjusting what these cars can do, and it just grows and grows.
Yeah. The only thing about Martinsville, the Clash, is that there is 2 lines. There is 2 lines, and you can bump, and there is gonna be all that brake shaking and stuff, and that's not right. But we have to learn how to live with those things because that won't stop. In road course stuff, when you have 5, 6 wide and you have 0 angle into a corner and you are driving into a corner knowing that you're gonna bump at least 3 rows, that's not okay. And if that's okay, will you join the party, like I said?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.